private citizen who says he is committed to good governance and accountability on the part of state institutions with the aim of optimizing revenue mobilization for national development, has petitioned the Office of the Special Prosecutor demanding an investigation into the activities of Labianca Company Limited, a company that specializes in the importation of frozen foods in the country. Frank Asare is alleging that this company, with the help of some custom officials of the Ghana Revenue Authority, are evading taxes at Ghana's ports. We speak to him on Say It Loud today. My name is Goerge Ayisi, and Frank Asare is my guest. We'll be right back. Hello, Mr. Frank. Welcome to Say It Loud on Ghanaweb TV. It's nice to have you today.
Thank you, George, for having me.
Great. So let's delve right into the conversation. What prompted this petition to the SP?
Yeah, George, it's true. Yesterday, I petitioned the Office of the Special Prosecutor to investigate the happenings or the dealings of the Labianca Company and the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority of Ghana, Ghana Authority, from 2017 to 2021. And I made references to certain dealings that I think are not in the interest of the nation. They are against the laws of the country, and they are against international trade practices. So it is true that I have petitioned the Special Prosecutor to investigate the dealings of the Labianca Company and the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority. And when you have taken notice of provisions in the Office of the Special Prosecutor Act, 2017 Act 959, you look at section 27.1, says complaints can be laid by any person who has the knowledge of the commission of corruption or any corrupt related activity. I think the activities that is happening at the Ghana ports between the Labianca Company and the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority is gross corruption activity and needs to be investigated to bring a stop to it. So the particulars of or the details of it, I make mention of what happened in just last month, October 2021, where the Labianca Company, owned by Madam Eunice Hinel Asoma, we all know her to be a member of the Council of State and also a member of the governing board of the Ghana Revenue Authority. So, by virtue of her position, her privileged position, she's been doing certain things that are not in the interest of the nation. One, she's into importation of frozen goods. And on 21st October 2021, she applied for consideration of the import value of an imported goods that she had already brought into the country. The Deputy Director of Operations of the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority, in replying or responding to her letter for consideration, gave her or granted her 10% markdown of the legal benchmark value. And by that, and you see, he quoted Section 12 of the Customs Act 2015 Act. And you realize that even the act or the section that he quoted to support the markdown is even against the markdown that was given. Let me explain. You look at Section 6 and 7, it stipulates and it is in my petition, so I would not like to waste time to mention them, but it stipulates how it can be granted. And also, it cannot be given in vacuum, so it must be specific. But when you look at what has been given now, it is from 26th October to 31st December. What it means is that all the products that has been listed in the Exhibit A that I posted, in the letter for consideration, all those products within that stipulated period, she could bring in the products and she will be given 10% markdown. That is illegal. That cannot be done. That is against international best practice, and in fact against the GRA protocols that have been used over the years. It must be specific. You see, when you are granting the markdown, you have to look at the invoice, the product that is being imported. It is a pre-shipment thing, so you don't give it in vacuum. Now, Labianca, when she's giving this markdown, the 10% that I'm saying it is illegal, gives her an advantage over all competitors. So my reason for petitioning the special prosecutor are in three folds. One, for the fact that the nation has been crying that we are losing resources. Other people who import such frozen products are paying the actuals. They are paying the correct import duty on their products. But she is paying a 10% markdown, which is a revenue loss to the state. And by virtue of that, she gets an advantage over her other competitors. What it means is that she can sell a product below certain threshold, of which the other competitors cannot do so because they are paying the actual import duty. And another thing is that the frozen products that she is bringing, we produce same year poultry, chicken, and what have you. So it is also going to kill, and it is killing our local industry.
Right.
So to me, it is very, very pertinent that the special prosecutor investigates the dealings of the Labianca company and the customs division of the Ghana Revenue Authority in order to stop the corrupt dealings, and it will help the country to get the needed revenue. It will also take away the advantage she has over her other competitors. So it is in good faith, it is in the name of good governance and accountability that I bring this petition to the special prosecutor, my brother.
Right. So your petition focuses on one person, and we understand this company is a limited liability company. So ordinarily, you are supposed to isolate the owner from the company in some way, but then you somehow try to draw a connection between your allegation and Madame Hine. How, on what basis are you able to come to this conclusion?
So I state that the company is a limited liability, but it is owned. And yes, when you look at the company law, the company itself is a person, and the individual who owns it is also different. But we should not lose sight of the fact that the person who owns the company is in a privileged position, and whether you like it or yes, she is using her position or not, she is using her position to help her company. So you cannot isolate the two individuals, though I know that the company is separate from the individual because the company is registered as the limited liability. So you realize that I state that even last month, she misdescribed goods. And you know, the goods that you import into the country, you have to give a description to the customs division. And that is what will help them to come to the realization or to calculate the value, the import value that you need to pay. She misdescribed the goods. And the customs division of Ghana Revenue Authority investigation revealed that, you know what they did?
when you do that, you are supposed to pay 300% as penalty. By virtue of her position, her privileged position, she just ran away from her liability and she paid nothing and took away her goods. So that is why I am saying that the special prosecutor must investigate and come to a conclusion whether or not the activities of the Labianca company. So you realize that her name is mentioned, but the specification is on the company. So the investigation is about the dealings of the company and the customs division of the Ghana Revenue Authority, which is a public institution. So George, you realize that we are not targeting her as a person. No, I will never do that. I have nothing against her. I have never met her in person, and I will never go for her. It will not be, like I told you, it is in the name of good governance and accountability. So it is not against the person of Madam Eunice Hina Asoma. No, I would never do that. It is against the backdrop that the dealings of the Labianca company is causing financial loss to the state, and it is giving the company an undue advantage over other competitors. That is all.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. Do you own a company, or do you happen to in any way be related to a company that is doing something similar to what Labianca does?
Not at all. You see, that is the interesting thing. I have no company that is doing same business. I have no family relative that is doing same business. But as a concerned Ghanaian, I think that you don't need to have a vested interest in a particular thing before you bring it to the attention of the powers that be. You need to take interest in something just as a citizen to help the country raise revenue, to help other competitors. You don't need to have an interest. But the interest I have is that I'm a consumer of frozen food products.
Okay, I ask because pursuant to your petition, the managing director of the company has responded in an interview with Asase, and I'm talking of Mr. Ghanaweb. He says, we strongly deny the allegation of corruption and import duties evasion. Labianca company went through all the legal and proper application process before the discount was given. The substance of their petition does not deny the practice of applying for discounts and fail to address the valuable contribution that the company is making to the society as an indigenous Ghanaian business led by a woman. Honorable Eunice Boa, the CEO of the company, did not at any point in the process influence the decision because of her status as a Council of State representative. How do you respond to this?
It is very disingenuous for the MD to state that. But like I said, the matter has been referred to the Office of the Special Prosecutor to investigate an allegation of corruption against the company and the Customs Division. The principle of natural justice allows the person whom the allegation has been made against to respond. So I am not surprised that they have responded, and they have responded the way they have done, because yes, that is what they are supposed to do. But I am convinced that there is a wrongdoing. That is why I petition the Office of the Special Prosecutor. Yeah.
You underscore the fact that they are entitled to a response, and that is actually right. But then the MD actually tries to link this to some competition related to the please let me finish. Related to the upcoming end of year shopping season. He says it is a tactic by some competition to affect their businesses in this upcoming Christmas shopping season.
George, I must reiterate the fact that I have no vested interest. I am not in competition with the Labianca company. I have no family member who is also in competition with their company. What I have done is just to bring to fore the happenings at the Customs division of the Ghana Revenue Authority, the activities of the Labianca company, which I think is against the laws of the country, which I think is in contravention with the Customs Act 2015. So let's allow the Office of the Special Prosecutor to investigate. I have nothing against her person, I have nothing against her company, but I think they flouted the rules. The Deputy Operations Director who granted the markdown violated the laws of the country, and I think that it is a corrupt action. And I also believe that it is by virtue of a privileged position or the privileged position he has as a member of the governing board of the Ghana Port and Harbours Authority and as a member of the Council of State that has given us that opportunity to the extent that she could misdescribe even goods and yet go away with it without paying any penalty, without facing the consequences of it. And this is not the first markdown that was granted to her company. In April this year, same was granted, and that was 5% markdown. So if she thinks that by virtue of that markdown and her paying lesser import duty, she's being given an undue advantage over her other competitors, that is her own cup of tea. That is her own problem to solve. But I am not saying that I have a competition or I have something against her. What I'm saying is that by her getting that 10% markdown, not following international best practice, GRA's own existing protocols, violating the Customs Act, it is something that needs to be investigated and a stop must be brought to it. That is all.
Right, so this remains Say Loud on Ghanaweb TV. My guest today is Mr. Frank Asari. He has petitioned the Office of the Special Prosecutor demanding an investigation into the activities of Labianca Company Limited, a company that specializes in the importation of frozen products. He alleges that this company has been evading tax. We speak to him further to find out what exactly he seeks to get out of this petition when we return from this break. My name is Goerge Ayisi. We'll be right back.
From the dawn of time, people have engaged in several businesses. With the onset of technology and innovation, life has relatively been made easier. By using debit or credit cards,
mobile banking.
Thank you. And your favorite, mobile money?
tech has indeed married business. On BizTech, we spend time with faces behind known and upcoming businesses in the country.
Learn more about the new technologies and innovation,
as well as find out about the trending issues in the world of business.
Join us as we serve you with a variety of compelling interviews, projects, and others right here on Ghanaweb TV.
Welcome back. This is still Say Loud on Ghanaweb TV. My name is Goerge Ayisi, and today I have with me Mr. Frank Asari. He has petitioned the Office of the Special Prosecutor, asking that an investigation be conducted into the activities of Labianca Company Limited, a company that specializes in the importation of frozen foods. He alleges that this company is involved in tax evasion with the aid of some officials at the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority. Mr. Frank, so you've petitioned the Special Prosecutor, and you, in some portion, relate this to the Customs Division. To be specific, what has been the role of the Customs Division? Yes, I can hear you. So my question is, we would like to speak about the role of the Customs Division in all this. But before we do that, you talk about painstaking investigations conducted by yourself. How far have you been able to trace this allegations or this practice of Labianca?
I told you that it is from 2017 to 2021. That is the scope of the investigation we have done and what we want the Office of the Special Prosecutor. But we provide particulars that are recent. So, for instance, I talked to you about the fact that just in October 2021, there was a description of goods. I talked to you about the fact that just in 5th April 2021, there was 5%. Am I clear?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yes, I told you that just in April 2021, there was a 5% markdown on the benchmark value for her products. And also in 2020, just in October 2021, she applied on 21st October, just 5 days. Just 5 days after the application, she was granted the 10% markdown on the benchmark value. And even if you are to go by their own protocols of the GRA, you realize that it doesn't just take 5 days to grant the markdown. It takes time because it has, even when you are going by international best practices, you need to even confirm from the country where the product will be imported from. You need to confirm the invoices. You need to do a lot of background checks.
So on average, per your understanding, on average, how long are we talking about?
Oh, we are looking at least a month. And even that, when you grant it, it should be specific just to the particular products that are yet to be imported. I've told you that it is a pre-shipment thing. So this one that has been granted here, like I told you, the exhibit has been provided and you have access to it, is from 26th October to 31st December 2021. So she's been given a blank check. It is like as I speak to you, I write a check to you, I sign and just don't state any amount. You can write any amount that you want. And that is against the law. It should be specific. So even if you are granting her a markdown, it should be specific. But this time round, she has given you a listed product from chicken leg, quarter, whatever, about 20 products. And she says that she needs consideration on the customs import value. We said, no, you cannot grant her the consideration, but based on Section 12 of the Customs Act, you are granting her a markdown. Fair enough. The markdown must go through some rigorous process. We don't go through that process. We have put it aside. Then you grant a markdown from 26th October to 31st December. What it means is that now the best practices where you have to submit your invoices, your investigation has to be done from where you are importing the product from. You have to look at the products you are bringing, the value of the product, the classification of the product, the origin of the product. All that will not be considered within this stipulated period because she's been given a blank check. And what we are saying is that that is wrong. That is illegal.
Do you happen to know how much the state has lost to this situation or this practice? Do you have any wrong?
I will leave that for now.
But then have you estimated?
I don't want to go into the specifics of the amount that the state is losing. All I want to do is to bring to fore that the activities, the dealings of the Labianca company and the castle. You see, I don't mention only her name because she cannot do it herself, or the company cannot do it by itself. It has to be aided by someone and a public institution. So I do mention the fact that they are being aided by the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority. They are supposed to help the nation acquire or get revenue. And the budget will be read today. I don't know whether they are even reading it. We all know the revenue shortfalls that we have as a country. So the government should be interested in this matter. The special prosecutor should be interested, because at the end of the day, the money that will be
that is lost, or the money that later will be accrued, will not come to my coffers. It will go into the coffers of the country. And as a citizen, that is all I can do to help in the nation building, in the name of good governance and accountability.
You at this point, the Customs Division would obviously go and answer to the Special Prosecutor. But do you at any point sought to get any explanation or clarification from the Customs Division on why they granted these exemptions as it will be?
Yeah, you know, one of the problems we have as a country is that most often when issues come up, we talk and we don't take action. And it is one of the reasons why corruption is festering in our country. That is why I took it upon myself to petition the Special Prosecutor, so that with the powers that is given him by the Act, the Office of the Special Prosecutor Act 2017, he will be able to come to the conclusion. So anything they will come to tell me or tell you, they can lie to me. I hope you get it.
Yeah,
and they can get away with it. But when they lie to the Special Prosecutor, it comes with consequences. That is why I want the Special Prosecutor to investigate the alleged wrongdoing.
The Office of the Special Prosecutor was set up to basically fight corruption. And we are all in this country. We know the history that has come with the establishment of the office till today. You decided to run to the Special Prosecutor rather than any other institution. We have the Yoko, we have all these people. Why the Special Prosecutor's Office?
Okay, I think that personally, the current Special Prosecutor, being my former lecturer, has an integrity and she has a reputation to protect. This interest is issue is a public interest issue, and I have the firmest belief that the Office of the Special Prosecutor will do justice to the issues that has been raised. That is the more reason why I decided to petition the Office of the Special Prosecutor, but no other public institution. The Office of the Special Prosecutor has a low approval rating as we speak now, because people think that the noise, the issues that came up, the expectation that people had when the Office of the Special Prosecutor Act was passed and the office opened has not been met. So issues like this that are of public interest, I think that when they take it up and investigate to the conclusion that will be in the interest of the state, it will help uplift their image. It will help also give them a good approval rating. And I know from where I stand that the Office of the Special Prosecutor will not disappoint the Ghanaian people insofar as this matter is concerned.
You mentioned the fact that the company owner in question is related to the ruling party. Would you be surprised if somebody links your petition to politics? And what would be your response or reaction to such claims?
You have the petition. My particulars are stated. The details to be investigated are stated. I will rather be surprised that somebody will link it to politics, because it will then mean that the person is not even interested in the issues at stake. The fact that a Ghanaian has petitioned that a state is losing an amount of money through the dealings of an individual company and a state institution. Why would you want to link it to the political affiliation of the person in question? Even if I belong to NPP or NDC, to me, it is mute. It doesn't come in because it is immaterial. The issues that I have raised are cogent, they are legitimate. I've raised issues about the violation of provisions of our own statute, that is the Customs Act. I've raised issues about markdown that has been granted arbitrarily, that was not followed, due process was not followed. I've raised issues about the state losing money. I've raised issue about competitive advantage of the company over other competitors. I've raised issue about the state local companies losing revenue, local company not being competitive as a result of this. I think that should be what matters, and that should be what the people who want to respond or people who want to have something to do with this matter should be interested in, not the political affiliation of the petitioner.
Have you received any response from the Office of the Special Prosecutor? Probably a preliminary response yet.
Yesterday, the Office of the Special Prosecutor received my petition. I'm waiting to have a copy of their response. I know they will respond. Like I told you, I personally have believed in the current Special Prosecutor that he will rise up to the occasion and he will live up to expectation and he will bring to conclusion the dealings, the alleged corrupt dealings of the Labianca company and the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority. Okay, viewers, this has been another edition of Say It Loud on Ghanaweb TV with me, Goerge Ayisi. Today I had as my guest, Mr. Frank Asare, who has petitioned the Office of the Special Prosecutor, demanding an investigation into the activities of Labianca Company Limited, a company that specializes in the importation of frozen foods in the country. He alleges that documents available and based on his own investigations, this company is involved in the evasion of tax with the help of officials at the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority. Till we meet again for our next episode of Say It Loud. It's bye for now.